What's going on? They call me the Alligator Hunter. They also call me the Slay Assassin.
Capture the objectives.
Now, if you've never been to my channel before, go ahead and stick around. If you have been to my channel, still stick around. Talk about the gameplay real quick, then I'll delve into my topics.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
I'm not gonna talk like that the whole thing. Don't worry, you little peachy fuzzhead. You fuzzy man, Peach. Only some of you will get that. This is League Play, even though I have not played League Play in about, a month. That's how old this gameplay is. I don't believe I used it. I've used it before. I ended up going 30 and 16 at the end of this gameplay. I'm going to stop looking at the screen now because whenever I do that, I get distracted. And that's why, if you hear me when I do my commentaries, you always hear these long pauses. And I want to minimize those pauses so that I don't have these pauses in between places where there shouldn't be pauses. Good. Understand. Okay. So, story number 1. Okay, one time, as you heard with that little voice that I opened up with, I was like, hey, they call me the Alligator Hunter. So, story about that. How I started doing that. I don't really know how I started doing that. Anyways, branching off of that, I once joined a lobby, and there was a bunch of little kids on there because I play Xbox, Little Kid Paradise. There was like a bunch of little kids. I'm talking good quarter, not even a quarter, good at least like 3/4 of the lobby was kids. Okay, I'm talking like 10-year-old kids. If you're 10 years old watching this video, no offense to you. I'm sure you're not the annoying type. But these kids were like straight up annoying, so I was just like, they call me the Alligator Hunter. And some kid believed me. Like, he was like asking me everything about it. He was like, are you really the Alligator Hunter? What do you do? Do you really hunt alligators? And I was like, oh yeah, I'll hunt alligators every day. He's like, and then I did it to this guy who's now my friend. I did this a couple days ago. I joined the lobby and I'm like, oh, how's everyone's day going?
Friendly RCXD inbound.
And then they answered and I was like, that's pretty good. Now, they call me the Alligator Hunter. And he was like, dude, that's not cool. He's dead. I'm like, no, that's my long-lost cousin, the Crocodile Hunter. And I just went for that for a long while. I got like bug bites on my leg. That's weird. I just noticed that. Ignore that. I'm not gonna cut that out because if you haven't noticed, I don't like editing, like at all. Like straight up at all. Okay. Moving on then. Story. It's a little awkward because I didn't really plan this out. Oh, I'll talk about the one time. I've been paintballing twice, I think. Wait, let me think. Twice. Okay. Now, if you've never gone paintballing, I highly encourage you to do it. It's a really fun thing. You can have a bunch of fun, or you could have the worst time of your life. Most of the time, you're just gonna have a bunch of fun. I haven't had the worst time of my life, but the very first time I went paintballing, okay, it did not work out very well the very first time. Because, I mean, the first time it was like, okay, I got hit, no big deal, but the thing is, I wasn't checking to see if I was covered in paint when I got hit.
RCXD inbound.
So I got hit, it hit me, and I was out. And I raised my gun and I walked off. And then I looked down, I was like, the paint disappeared. But it turns out it never actually popped, it just bounced off me. Because it hit my phone, and it, like, for some reason my phone stopped it from popping or something. I have no clue. But yeah, what happened was we ended up playing
Hardpoint identified
for about like 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. And on the last game, there was a confusion because about like half of us thought we were just playing regular, and the other half thought we were going like until you run out of paint. Okay, now when that happens, you have very different results. You either have the result that is, you're screwed, because if you think you're going with just the paint, and just until you run out of paint, then you're just gonna shoot everybody and never go out until you run out of paint. But if you're playing regular paintball, then you're screwed because You're gonna shoot people thinking they're out, and then nothing's gonna happen. I was one of those people who thought we were playing normal. So we're playing in this little miniature town made out of cardboard and stuff. And I'm trying to like go through the buildings and stuff. It wasn't made out of cardboard and plywood. That's what I meant. They made a town out of cardboard. That thing would fall over quicker than a... I don't know. I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyways, there was this little tiny gap, okay, in a building, and I was like, okay, I'll just go through that building, that little gap. So I start going through it, and I'm like, you know what? This is a bad idea, because it like narrowed off towards the end, and I was like, I'll get stuck. So I start sliding back out, and I get out, and I go to come around this, like, peer around the corner, and someone like from my right just pop, 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 and I got shot twice in the head, once in the shoulder, once in the neck, and that shot, that like where it hit, my arm like flailed up, and I either had the option of that gun was flailing up and I could try to control it as it came back down, so I just dropped it in midair, and this thing just went flying. I'm talking like Superman up in here. High flying, if you know what I mean. If you've never heard of Superman, there's something wrong with you. Just throwing that out there. But anyways. Brobrobrobro. Okay. What do I want to talk about now? Yeah, so anyways, I had that little thing on my neck. And there's this big, huge bruise on my neck. But I was wearing a hoodie when we were playing, so it didn't really hurt. It just shot my arm up. Ow. Ooh.
Hardpoint is ours.
That's hurting real bad. Okay, I'll tell you guys what's hurting real bad. Today when I was at football practice, I play football. I'm a right tackle, or an offensive lineman. I'll just call it that. If you're into rugby, I think you guys have linemen too. But if you don't know what that is and you're not really familiar with football, I'm one of the people who blocks. On one of the plays, because I just ball so hard, I actually hit the dude with my hands so hard that it split my nail open, like in the middle of my finger. So that's never fun. So I went over to the trainer, and they put some tape on it just to, like, I don't know, tape it shut, kind of. It wasn't really tape it shut, but really more of a keep it down type of thing.
Hardpoint contested.
And keep it off of me from dripping blood everywhere. It worked, but there's still like little drops of blood on my pants.
Hardpoint is ours.
It wasn't the best situation that ever occurred to me. I choked right there. Like, I really choked. I just started looking at the screen. If you couldn't tell, for a second I was looking at the screen. That's why there was all those little pauses. See? That's why I turn the other way right now when I'm discussing my stories. And I'm also looking around my room trying to find a story. Oh. If you've ever watched Slayer and Friends, which I encourage you do, or even just go watch like the first minute and a half. If you look at my camera, I think it was starting with the third Slayer and Friends, maybe second.
RCXD inbound.
If you look on my wall, you will see some... Actually, no, just go watch any of my face cams, okay? Go watch the latest one, not the Tyrann Matthew, but the last face cam I did.
We've lost control.
Just go watch that one.
We're losing this
go watch
fight.
YouTube drama, #YouTube, #drama. Go watch that one. If you look on my wall, there are these Looney Tunes paintings.
Hardpoint is ours.
Like straight up legitimate paintings.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
And the reason I got those was because I think I was in California, because that's where I'm from originally. And I was in California, and we were at, I think it was the 99-cent store. I don't know if either there or the Dollar General, one of the two. I don't even know if they still have 99-cent stores in California anymore. But anyways, I just saw those, picked them up, thought they were cool. I was like, hey, look at that decoration for my room.
Out there. Mission
Yeah,
profile failed.
that's all the time I have. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button down below. Go ahead and click the subscribe if you're new. Help me get to 100 subscribers. I'll be doing a giveaway at 100, so